it's Sam here from KitchenGadgetsClub.com and also the voice behind your popular Kitchen Gadgets podcast, Magic with Gadgets. With our new cookbook, the Complete Multi-Cooker Cookbook, we have a delicious recipe for apple crumble in there, and we thought it'd be great fun to make a crumble using the Ninja Speedi so that we can show you just how easy it is. Well, normally you'd do apple crumble, wouldn't you? Or sometimes it's apple and blackberry. Well, I actually add in some leftover apples and some rhubarb. So I'm going to do apple and rhubarb. And I've also done quite a few other crumbles over the years. And I've even got a plum crumble recipe done in ramekins as well in our YouTube video library. So it's fascinating all the different ways that you can do a crumble. But this one's an easy one. And you can use air fry. You can use steam air fry, but I find with the crumble that we've done steam air fry in the cookbook, that it's very easy to overcook it because steam air fry is so fast. So if you want to do steam air fry, do so, just keep an eye on the cooking time. And you can also do just air fry, which is brilliant for if you've just got an air fryer. And I'll tell you what I have got. I've got this red casserole dish that perfectly fits my Speedi. Everyone in the north of England at the moment that works with food is obsessed with going to a certain pottery house that does casserole dishes that are like seconds for a fraction of the price. So I had to go and get one. And that's my red one, and look at that, and it perfectly fits as well. So we're going to do it all in there. That's the apple crumble picture from the cookbook. So I've got already chopped some apple and some rhubarb, and then you can add a sprinkle of sugar in there with them, a little bit of mixed spice, which funny enough what they call it in the US is actually apple pie spice, so nice and authentic and kind of goes with it. Also got some cinnamon going on. And then add in some golden syrup. I've not got much left in this one, but it'll do. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And then get your hands in there. Give it all a really good mix. And we can get those on. So I'm just going to give my hands a quick wipe. So let's pop it on and I can show you how to set it. So I'm using the Speedi, so I've got it in lower position here because otherwise it gets too close to the air technology and then you end up with it a bit burnt on top. And if you look, that just fits my Speedi. I think that's brilliant. So we're going to put the lid down and we're going to cook them for 6 minutes. 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit, because we've chopped the apple and rhubarb a lot smaller than what it is in the cookbook. So that's an interesting tip for you when you're using air fryers and whatnot. If you go too small, then it does affect the cook time because things in these cook so fast. So let's turn on the Speedi. So you're looking for the air fryer setting, which is second one down here. A temperature of 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit. A cooking time of 6 minutes. And then press start.
Whilst the Ninja Speedi's on, I just wanted to give you a heads up that we have got a Ninja Speedi cookbook, just in case you didn't know and you're new around here. It's called the Complete Multi-Cooker Cookbook and it has more than 125 everyday recipes using simple ingredients that you can cook at home in your Ninja Speedi. We're so proud of this book, and it's also great if you have a Ninja Foodie, air fryer, slow cooker or such like, that it's brilliant for everyone really. And it also has step-by-step photographs for key recipes and lots of other beautiful photographs throughout as well. It has metric and imperial, and it also has both UK and US ingredient wording, so you all understand what the recipes are about. Simply search Multi-Cooker Salmon Dome to grab yourself a copy today. And of course, let's get back to that delicious food.
And we've beeped, so shall we check on our apple and rhubarb and see how they're doing? Oh, look at that, don't they look lovely? Grab yourself a fork, give it a good mix round. And the thing about rhubarb crumble is when you look online, quite often you'll see some recipes where you don't cook the rhubarb first, and then others where you partially cook it, because rhubarb's very fast cooking. So as you can see there, the apples are fork tender now, and so's the rhubarb. So it's ready for its crumble topping. But to keep it nice and moist, what I like to do at this point is add a little bit of butter. So, butter dish. It stops it drying out and the crumbles on top. So just mix your butter in with it all. My butter's at room temperature and it's quite soft, so it'll be easy for it to melt. But obviously it's going to melt as it cooks, so it'll be fine. So then I'm just going to put this to one side while we make the crumble. So you've done your bottom layer with crumble, now you just need to make your crumble topping. So I've already got all the ingredients ready in a bowl here. So if you want the full ingredients list, you can find them in the Complete Multi-Cooker Cookbook, or you can use a ready-made crumble mix from the supermarket. It's totally up to you. And then add in all the ingredients, and then you just want to rub the fat into the flour, as they say in baking. So break up some of the bigger bits. And then just keep rubbing it together. I tend to break a few bits down first. And then just keep rubbing the fat into the flour. Oh, look at that, it's coming together lovely. And then keep doing that until you can't feel any big bits of butter anymore. You see a big bit of butter there, so that bit needs mixing in. Now you just want to grab, see if you can feel any more bits that have not rubbed in properly. And then the baker's trick is to shake your bowl really well, and then what happens then is the big bits come to the top. And it makes it easier then to get the last few bits. And then get in one last time, and it's done. So I love this jug because it's also a pourer. I picked this up from Lakeland quite a bit ago now, and I just love it for using alongside the air fryer. So I'm just going to give my hands a quick wipe, and then we can pour it in and we can finish making this crumble. So Speedy back out, jug ready, let's pour it all in, shall we? Oh, look at that crumble, doesn't it look lovely? And just move it around. I'm not going to do any more because this dish is smaller than the one we used before, and it's just going to end up too full. So I've got enough left over for a little crumble pot in a ramekin there. And then after that, good sprinkling of sugar on top. Make sure we ain't got bits that have fallen over the edges. And then it's ready to go on. So now for our second cook time, we're going with 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit. And then a cook time of 8 minutes. And then press start. And we've beeped, so should we check on it and see how it's doing? Look at that already, isn't it looking fabulous? But it's a bit too pale on the top so far, so we're going to pop it on for a bit longer. So let's finish it off, shall we? We're going to do 180 Celsius for the last time, 6 minutes, and then press start. And we've beeped. So should we check on our crumble and see how it's doing? Oh yes, now you're talking. You've got some lovely golden bits on there now. It looks brilliant and it's ready. So So I'm just going to allow it to cool for a little bit, and then I can get it out for you and show you just how yummy it is. And the question is, are you team custard, cream or ice cream when it comes to your crumble in the air fryer? So the crumble's cooled down enough for me to be able to grab it out with a tea towel. Oh, look at that, doesn't that look fabulous? Oh, I'm really impressed. I'm impressed. So you can grab it out. Now we can put the Speedi to one side. And I can show you it close up. Oh, look at that. Brilliant. So how much of a portion do you want? The fruit's so lovely at the bottom. Are you more rhubarb or are you more apple? Or do you have another favourite? Plums, very nice as a crumble. That's one of my favourites. But I know most people like apple and blackberry. And then of course, got to have the custard, haven't we? So, pour yourself some custard, or are you ice cream or cream, and then it's ready for tucking into. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? Can you believe how easy that was? Oh, I've got to try some. Oh yes, come to me. Crumble, I love you, Crumble. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love crumble. That's so nice. So tell me, are you custard, cream or ice cream in the comments, and what's your favourite fruit to add to your crumble? Thanks so much for watching our YouTube video. It feels so amazing that you've stuck around to the end. And of course, that must mean that you like our videos. So why not also follow us on social media? You can find us at the Kitchen Gadgets Club on Facebook and on Pinterest, TikTok. We're Kitchen Gadgets Club. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great videos like this one. And you can also find us at KitchenGadgetsClub.com, where we have a membership that shares brand new kitchen gadget recipes every week, and we also have lots of great ideas, resources, tips and tricks. And we are an ovenless kitchen, so we teach you exclusively how to cook with kitchen gadgets. And a ciao for now.